baby. Yeah, Blueface, baby.
Blueface chart is not a random collection of placements, but it is a feedback loop where every piece feeds the next piece, creating a self-sustaining system of calculated chaos. Let me walk you through how this machine works step by step. First, the detached air mind with no border planets processes survival threats intellectually instead of emotionally. His moon is in Gemini in the 8th house, analyzes danger and calculates strategic responses. When threats arise, the mind goes into survival mode, but that survival mode is intellectual, not emotional. The intellectual survival response then triggers the identity wound. Because Chiron in Scorpio in the first house means his identity feels fundamentally unsafe and vulnerable to destruction. Every survival threat activates this wound, which creates the need to reclaim power and control over his presentation. The wound activation then demand rebellious disruption. His Sun conjunct Uranus in Aquarius in the 4th house means his core identity is wired to short circuit any system it encounters, especially the foundations that shaped him. He cannot respond to threats by conforming or seeking safety through compliance. His identity requires disruption. That disruption is executed through passive aggressive sabotage. But Mars in Libra in the 12th house opposite Saturn means he cannot confront directly. So, his anger and assertion goes underground, building pressure against external restriction, and eventually he will explode through unexpected channels that detonate entire relationships. So this explosion creates a new threat and survival challenge. And the public fallout, the burned bridges, and the sabotage opportunities all generate new 8th house survival situation. And that restarts the entire cycle over again. His moon in Gemini analyzes the new threat intellectually, which triggers the Chiron wound, which demands more disruption, which is executed through more sabotage, which creates more threats. On top of that, the Libra rising versus Aquarius stellium conflict accelerates the loop. Every time the mass builds social capital and acceptance, the Aquarius core perceives the acceptance as a cage and burn it down to maintain the rebellious identity. That ensures the cycle never stabilizes, so his chart is not broken, but it is perfectly engineered machine for generating viral controversial relevance. The dysfunction is the function. His chaos is not a bug, but a feature that keeps him in the public's eye. It keeps the content generating and keeps the survival threat coming, so his intellectual processing system always has something to calculate. Understanding his chart does not excuse his behavior, but it removes the mystery from his behavior that looks random or self destructive when you do not have his blueprint. His face tattoos are not impulsive when you see Chiron demanding a visible wound. The career sabotage is not instability when you see Aquarius burning social capital as fuel. The passive aggressive eruptions are not random when you see Mars in the 12th house as the only pressure valve. The chart shows the structure and reveals why the patterns are inevitable. For Blueface, though, the chaos is not what happens to him, it is what he is built to generate.